Hi, my name is Nijoni Alcantara, grade 10. Our subject for today is social studies. Contemporary peoples, a person who lives at the same time or at about the same age as another. Persians, in contemporary terminology, people of Persian heritage, native specifically present day Afghanistan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan are referred as to Tajiks. Cyrus, a brilliant military strategist, Cyrus vanquished the king of the Medes. They integrated all the Iranian tribes whose skills at fighting on horse back, giving his army great mobility. Darius the Great was an Achaemenid ruler noted for his administrative genius, his great building projects, and his benevolence toward the diverse people under his sovereignty. Xerxes, he is the best known for his massive invasion of Greece from across the Hellespont 480 BCE, a campaign marked by all the battles of Thermopylae, Salamis, and Plataea. His ultimate defeat spelled the beginning of the discipline of the Achaemenid Empire. Decline and fall of Persia. The Persian Empire entered a period of decline after a failed invasion of Greece by Xerxes I in 480 BCE. The costly defense of Persia's land depleted the empire's funds, leading to heavier taxations among Persian subjects. Zoroastrianism, one of the world's oldest continuous practice religions based on the teachings of the Iranian-speaking prophet Zoroaster. Hittite, a member of an ancient Indo-European people who appeared in Anatolia at the beginning of the second millennium BCE. Decline and fall of the Hittites. The apogee of Hittite power became under King Suppiluliuma I when his armies competed with Egypt and Mantinea of control of the Levant. Hittite Empire collapsed around 1200 BCE, dissolving south of the Taurus Mountains into powerful Neo-Hittite cities, states which were absorbed the Assyrian Empire. Phoenicians ancient religion corresponding to modern Lebanon with the adjoining parts of modern Syria and Israel. Commerce in Phoenicia. They trade opulent jewels and masterful ceramics in exchange of raw materials for the minds of native populations. Alphabet. The Phoenician alphabet is an alphabet known in modern times from Canaanite and Aramaic inscription found across the Mediterranean region. Religion. The Phoenicians were polytheistic, meaning they worshipped multiple gods. They shared religious practice common to their Canaanite derived people and correlated many of their gods to stars, planets, and constellations. Carthage. Ancient Carthage was a city in modern Tunisia and also the name given to the city or state and empire it eventually gained. The settlement was found by Phoenicians in the 9th century BC and the city was destroyed by Romanians in 146 BC. Philistines. The Philistines were a group of people who arrived in Levant during the 12th century BC. They came during the times where cities were and civilizations in the Middle East and Greece were collapsing. Carthage. Story in the Hebrew Bible says that the Philistines clashed with the ancient Israelites many times. One of the battles supposedly took place between Philistines' force led by the giant man named Goliath and an Israelite force that included a man named David who would go on to become king of Israel. Religion, biblical views. The biblical description of Philistine religion seems straightforward to their chief god. In the early Iron Age was dragon and his sacrificial cult was practiced at temples. That's all for today. Thank you for listening to my report.